Have you ever said, why do I keep doing this? Same relationship pattern, same overreaction, same procrastination cycle, same self-doubt spiral. And you genuinely want change, but somehow it repeats. Today, I want to explain why patterns repeat and how to actually break one, not with willpower, but with awareness. Patterns are not random. First, let's remove shame. Patterns are not proof that you're weak. They are proof that something worked before. Some patterns started as protection. Some patterns are based on beliefs from our younger years. Some patterns repeat simply because it has been conditioned that way. If you always drive the same route on a dirt road over and over and over again, deep ruts will form. This is from the pattern being repeated over and over. Maybe people pleasing kept you safe. Maybe overworking earned approval. Maybe shutting down prevented conflict. Maybe saying yes allowed you to feel valuable and liked. Your system learned this works and it automated it. That's why willpower alone doesn't work. You're not fighting laziness. You're not lazy. This is about interrupting automation. So think about driving home. I'm sure you're like me. Have you ever arrived somewhere and barely remembered how you got there, the turns? That's autopilot. Your conscious mind learned how to drive, and now in these moments of wondering how you ended up where you are, your unconscious mind took over. Your brain loves efficiency. Patterns are mental shortcuts. They conserve energy. But here's the issue. If you don't consciously update your thinking and beliefs, then you stay on autopilot in your life. You keep driving to old destinations. You can want a new outcome, but be still running old code. And that creates frustration. Now, my pattern was pressure. The one pattern I personally had to break was putting so much pressure on myself to be perfect, to say yes all the time, to look like I had it all together. It showed up in how I was thinking and speaking. I used to say the words I need to constantly. I need to get this done. I need to get that done. I need to be further along. In these early days of my business, I always had a reason for why I wasn't where I knew I could be. Being that I needed to do everything for everyone else, my kids, the school, my husband, the sports teams, you get it. And underneath all of that, I never felt good enough. So I put a tremendous amount of pressure on myself all the time. It was me. I thought pressure would create progress, but it created stress. The turning point came when a mentor pointed something out. Now, I didn't handle it well. I had written need to 12 times in a page and a half, 12. And when she called it out, it hit me hard. It was a significant catalyst for my personal realization of the power, the words we choose, and how they impact our stress and our happiness. Because need to carries pressure, should carries judgment. And I was living in both. So this is how I broke the pattern. I didn't break it overnight. I started by tracking how often I was saying need to, should, and have to. Just tracking it, on a piece of paper. Just noticing. No judgment, no shame, just awareness. And when I caught myself, I would say, isn't that interesting? That's a Jim Rohn statement I learned. And that phrase gave me pause, gave me space, gave me choice. Instead of spiraling into self-criticism, I created observation, and then I began intentionally shifting my language from I need to or I should to I get to. I choose to. I want to. And over time, something subtle but powerful happened. the pressure, it lifted. Not completely, I'm human, but significantly. More and more over time. Now I use those words intentionally, of the need to or should, very intentionally and sporadically, no longer unconsciously. And I feel so much better. The next strategy I want to share is called the fly on the wall. And this tool can change everything. When you notice a repeating pattern, imagine you're a fly on the wall, not inside the moment, not inside the emotion, the yucky emotion you're feeling, but slightly above it, high enough to observe neutrally. And from that vantage point, ask, what is happening here? What am I learning from this? Or if it is a past situation you are still hanging on to and you're repeating that pattern, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What was this protecting me from? What beliefs are associated that are no longer serving me? When you observe from above, instead of reacting from within, something shifts. You stop judging yourself. You start gathering data. You get the learnings. And when you get the learnings, you can make peace. And when you make peace, you can release the old attachment. And a lot of those yucky feelings, patterns lose their power when you extract the lesson. Why this works? Patterns live in language. Language shapes emotion. Emotion drives behavior. If your language is full of pressure, your nervous system stays activated. If your language is full of choice, your nervous system softens. If you observe instead of judge, your system relaxes. That shift alone weakens the pattern. There's a 4-step pattern break framework for you. So let's bring it back to you. Step 1, catch it without judgment. So saying, interesting, there it is. Step 2, rise above it. Be the fly on the wall. Gather the learning, not the shame. Step 3, separate the old self from the new self. My old self used to operate this way because language creates distance and distance creates choice. Step 4, replace one word or one action. Not your whole personality. We're not changing who you are. We're shifting one word at a time, one behavior. Small, consistent shifts rewire big patterns. And here's the reflection for you. Think of one pattern you're tired of. What words accompany it? What emotion fuels it? What would the next level version of you say instead? And if you watched yourself from above, what would you learn? You didn't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to overhaul your life. You need awareness and one aligned shift. If this resonated, hit like and subscribe. Next week, I'm going to walk you through how to release emotional weight from the past without reliving it again and again. And you'll want to watch this next video now.